All right, what up, everybody? This is Slowjams4life back again with another episode of Love and R&B. And today I got a guest with me who goes by the name of Jay Clark, aka Jason. What's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. It's a midweek Wednesday. Been a long week, but pushing through. It's good to always be in a space to talk some music, especially R&B.
Yeah, for sure. Now, Jason, he's one of the few people that hit me up. Is like, man, can I get on the show? So, usually when people hit me up, I feel like they know about music. So, no pressure. But yeah, definitely excited to talk to you. We just gonna talk R&B, have a general conversation. Don't feel like you got to say anything to get a viral moment or whatever. We just in your house.
I'll
So
let you know. I don't play the politics game. I come to you honest. Like I got some opinions and thoughts. I let them be known. So we're gonna have some good conversation.
all right, cool. All right, so first I'm gonna start off. Just give us an introduction. Give us your name, your age, where you from, and then we'll get into the questions after that.
Jason, aka Jay Clark. I am hitting 37 this summer. So good old heart of that millennial generation. Originally from Jersey, currently living in Houston, Texas. I came to you, like I said, I love music. I programmed on Sirius XM and hosted for about 10 years. So to phrase this right, I built Sirius XM Fly, I built Sirius XM Silk, programmed 90s on 9, worked with Heart and Soul, did some work on the Heat. So music lover in general, but R&B is number one. So we in for a treat today.
Yeah, yeah, that's dope. Congrats on that. And did you say where you from?
Originally from Jersey, currently in
Oh,
Houston,
Jersey.
Texas right now, H-Town.
Okay, cool. All right, so now let me get my Wizzy Wild disclaimer out the way. Sometimes, sometimes I ask questions that people don't want to ask, but I go there, and if you don't want to answer it, nobody's forced to answer it. All you got to do is say Wizzy Wild. That's our little get out of jail free card, and you can use it however many times you want. So,
Already.
um,
Hopefully it won't happen, but we'll see.
yeah, okay. All right, so yeah, so the first questions I'm gonna ask you, first question I'm gonna ask, name three R&B albums that you feel are the most important to you.
To me, number one, I gotta go Confessions. That was senior year of high school for me. So senior year, just getting the car, driving like that. That CD was in the whip constantly, just front end to back. The minute the special edition dropped, headed to the store and got that too. So yeah, that's number one. Two, gotta go Dangerous, Michael Jackson, just because played that to death when it came out as a kid. Like my grandparents had them big old stereo units that you used to see in the house in the living room, and we wore that album out on that unit. So out of all the MJ albums, that one stands out for me just because that's my childhood right there. And then three, I'm gonna go The Boy Is Mine, Monica. Monica gets slept on a lot vocal ability wise, and I think this album, especially because you had Brandy at the same time with Never Say Never Out. Monica did her thing with this album. There are some solid album cuts and deep cuts, especially some covers from back in the day, some standards on there that I don't think a lot of people pay enough attention to, like, Ring the Bell, Inside, tracks of that nature. So yeah, The Boy Is Mine. That's another the third that I'll probably say is important to me at least.
Okay. Yeah, those I never really heard nobody say that Monica album. And Michael Jackson, I'm surprised at that one too.
Like I said, it's because it's my childhood. Like I love
Yeah.
it's not my favorite necessarily, but that one, like in terms of importance, like yeah, that's childhood for me. And then that Monica, yeah, people sleep on that. That's the era of strong sophomore albums between like her, Brandy, Usher, Aaliyah, all them with these sophomore albums that were fired. I think that one gets lost in the shuffle a lot. That I
Mhm.
think if some people would revisit, it's a hidden gem, low key in my book.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta check that one out. I don't think I necessarily listened to that one all the way through. What's well, you said Inside Ring the Bell. What's
Yeah, they
like the
got Ring.
underrated cuts on there that you would recommend?
It's solid. It's solid album cuts. Like because that one you had For the Night on there. You had Angel of Mine. Of course, you had The Boy's Mine, and you had For You I Will. Those are the singles people know. But it's them album cuts, and there's one on there, Misty Blue. I think the original
Mm,
singer's name is Dorothy. Like back in the day, that it's
okay.
just like Monica's not the strongest vocalist, but the performances on these songs are like, yeah, you are an artist and you know what you're doing, you understand it, and it's very much enjoyable.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that one out. I'm gonna have to check that one out. Okay. What's 3 R&B songs that you think nobody played more than you?
Off jump, Eye to Eye from the Goofy movie. Tevin Campbell. That
Okay.
I play that one to death. Nobody plays that song more than me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Kayvon Evans. Kayvon Edmonds with "Move It Slow" off the Save the Last Dance soundtrack. That one wasn't really included on any of his solo albums, I believe. So unless you really knew what that was, you ain't playing that. And then for the third one, I gotta go "One in a Million." Like I know that's a
Mhm.
track that everybody plays,
Mhm.
but that one just gets constant rotation on a variety of playlists for me, whether it's, A Quiet Storm, Cruising, that special time with that sweet somebody, like that one fits a variety of situations and heavy play in my book.
Yeah. Yeah, and that video was amazing too. It makes you like the song even more. I don't know about you, but yeah, that one in a million video.
It's the whole
Yeah.
story with that song because that's one of them songs that wasn't truly released as a single, so it doesn't really get it's we talk about chart positions and counts and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't get included in that because it wasn't really official release. So it's a single, but it's kind of one of those like ones that you only know if you really know. And so you don't
Mhm.
see it accounted for a lot, but we all talk about how genre changing it was and how it was such a moment. And yeah, heavy play.
Yeah. Wait, were you talking about the Aaliyah song or the Kavon Edmonds?
Aaliyah. Oh, no,
So
Aaliyah.
it wasn't a single? One in a million wasn't a single?
So One in a Million wasn't officially released as a single. You're not going to see it charting or anything like that. It wasn't really put out there like that. And so you
Oh,
don't see it accounted for.
wow,
And
I didn't know.
so, because it's them days of whole airplay versus Hot 100 and things of that
Oh,
nature. And so, yeah, you don't see that song charting on the Hot 100, even though we all gonna call it a smash. It's a jam. We all know it, but you'll never see
wow.
that song charted on the Hot 100 just because it wasn't considered for consideration in that essence in them crazy
Wow, I
days
didn't
of yeah.
yeah, I didn't know that. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I just assumed because they had the music video for it, and, yeah,
It's
so
it's it's that crazy time of qualifications. What actually counts? What doesn't? What's
mhm,
official? Like it's it really puts into perspective how different things are. We all know today is different, but it really puts into
yeah,
perspective how different things are when you think about like what's a single nowadays. Really, the whole album is getting dropped on Spotify. We can all listen to it. Like what's a
uh,
single? So yeah,
uh, yeah. So it's funny, like, the alarm would go off on that.
as long as it's not, oh yeah, I was like, oh, I hope that's not no feedback on my
Nah,
end.
that's so crazy. Yeah, we're gonna keep rolling. My girl's down there. I don't know what she's doing. She knows I'm doing an interview, but sorry about that. All right, let's see what else we got for you. All right, name an artist that you feel never makes a bad song.
I don't want to have an answer here, but there's only one person I can really say, and that's Michael. Like
All right.
Michael Jackson. Even the stuff that you don't really like or you may not really want to listen to, it's still good. Like it's still,
Mm,
and I'm not even talking like the stuff that we all know. You could even go back to his earlier albums like Ben and things of that nature. Like those are still good songs, even though they're not the ones that you may think of when it comes to Michael Jackson. Like there's not a such thing as a bad Michael Jackson song. There really isn't in
yeah,
my book.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
a cheat answer, but
yeah, yeah. I respect it. Yep. Michael's, yeah, he's up there. Okay. So this is probably a tough question, but who's your favorite R&B group of all time?
I hate questions like this. But yeah, I'm gonna go after seven. After
Mm,
seven is just one. I think Kayvon Edmonds is one of the most underrated male vocalists of all time. He kind of gets lost in the shuffle.
mhm.
But going through my own library, if I were to look at like what kind of artists that I listen to the most, or have at least a good amount of their stuff in my library, it's After Seven. Like their
Okay.
discography is just strong, and yeah, to me they're underrated, and yeah, they're definitely one of my favorites of all time.
Okay. Yeah, people just assume like I know all the music because of my page, but I really don't. So like I have to really catch up like a lot of times. So After Seven is one that honestly I'm not really too familiar with their whole catalog. So
Ooh, man,
yeah.
like
So for
like
someone who
yeah,
yeah, I
no,
was gonna
go.
say for someone who's not familiar with After Seven, like what are 3 songs besides Ready or Not? Because I feel like everybody knows that song. Give me 3 After Seven songs that that would make somebody a fan?
I mean, their cover of Sarah's Smile is
Mm,
straight. They got a track called "Till You Do Me Right," which is
mm,
like that's one of the ones that we talk about bitter males sometimes with songs. That's one of them first times that you hear some males bitter, like they
mm,
literally are wishing the worst on this woman who did them wrong. Literally to the extent of, yeah, until you do me right or till you do right by me, nothing else is gonna go right for you. Like it is a
mm.
great other side of the track song, especially because we generally hear those come from a lot of female artists a lot versus the
Yeah.
male. Like it's one of the ones like, oh, she did something to you and y'all mad. And so yeah, that's definitely one. Till you do me right is you got to check out.
All right, I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, that sounds like it's right up my alley. Yeah. All right, for sure. Okay, this is a new question I came up with, and on your page, and I see that you're a family man, you have kids. I'm a family man as well. So I thought of this question. If you had to dedicate an R&B song to your child, what song would it be? Either now or later.
The one that really comes to mind is Jamie Foxx's Heaven, which is
Mm,
the story. It's on his Unpredictable album, and it's literally the song. It's the song he made for his daughter about her birth. And so, without having to go too deep into it, yeah, that's the song that I would pick. Just so my son knows how cherished he is.
mm.
To not just us, but I'm probably sure when he was up in heaven too. And there's a whole story into it that, yeah, not going to touch here for
Yeah.
another. That's another day. But yeah, Jamie Foxx's Heaven is the one
Okay.
I would pick. Yeah.
All right, for sure. Yeah. I was thinking of that. Another reason why I was thinking of that, because like I put my daughter, she's about to be 8 in November. So I
Okay.
put her onto this Sade song called Baby Father. I don't know if you heard that song.
That's not one I've checked out. I'm not the
Yeah, it's kind of like on her later album, but it's yeah, that's a beautiful song, and I dedicated it to her. And it's crazy because I was like, I want you to listen to this song. And whenever daddy's long gone, I want you to have
to
this
know.
song so you can think of me. And then
That's a
basically some of the words is like, your daddy knows you're a flame, daddy loves you, pretty much, right? And it's a beautiful song. And one day she was just like randomly singing it to me. Like when I introduced it to her, I didn't think she was really paying attention. She was like, this song is kind of stupid. And
it's
then now
it's an
she'd be like,
interesting question because there's not too many songs in that realm that's like, okay, yeah, the like of course Stevie Wonder comes up, isn't she lovely? But that's the one everybody knows. And
yeah,
there's not too many songs that's like really purposely made for a kid from an adult or
mhm,
from a parent to a child so you understand. And
yeah,
like I said, yeah, heaven's got a nice story to it, and it just aligns nicely. One day maybe I'll explain it to him when he's old enough to understand, because he's turning 6 this summer. So he
okay,
still doesn't quite get it yet. He's loving the kids bop, but yeah, that's
yeah,
one
yeah,
I'd like to do that, is have a conversation with him. Be like, I want you to know how precious you are to me and your mother. It's not you just aren't our child. You are something special.
yeah, man. Kids will change you for sure. Like I have, how many do you have?
Just the one. Just the
Well,
one. Yeah.
hey, yeah, I have 2. Yeah, they'll change you for sure. My son was like, "Can I do interviews with you?" I'm like, "Bro," he was like, "I have R&B songs in my head."
It's like,
I
put
was
me
like,
on,
"All right,
dad. Put me on. Come on.
yeah, yeah, we gotta put them on." All right, so, let me see what else I got. All right. What's 3 slow jams everybody should listen to tonight?
Okay. Okay, so since we were talking about After Seven earlier, here's another one you need to check out. Is Not Enough Hours in the Night.
Okay.
It is just pure, like, special, and really goes to describe that no matter how much time we may have together, it's never going to feel enough. It's never going to feel enough. So that's a good one. I'm gonna go classic on this one. This next one, Brainstorm with This Must Be Heaven. That is
Okay. Yeah, I
it's
haven't
from
heard
my
that
oh 77. I think it's 1977.
one.
Group
Okay.
called Brainstorm. And the intro on it is like a minute and a half, like before the first verse even kicks in. I think it's like a 6-minute song, but it's just one of the ones, the relationship between you and your person. It's like, this must be heaven. It's a duet, the two going back and forth. Check that one out.
Okay.
And then, because you got to always throw one that, yeah, Maxwell with Fortunate. That one is just one
Mhm.
that is just another one that I'm sure other people have probably played more than me, but heavy
Yeah.
rotation, Maxwell with Fortunate. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I know I know that one. I don't. The other two I haven't checked out.
Let me
Yeah,
put you on something. Let me put you
yeah.
on. There we go.
Nah, I like when people can put me on because, like, contrary to popular belief, I don't know every song out there. Like, it's just so much music, you know. So when people put me on, I like it. So
There's a lot
I'm
of
gonna check
stuff.
this.
There's a lot of stuff to,
Yeah, yeah.
and that was even when we were coming up. That problem's only getting worse. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Name an R&B artist that you feel like be doing too much. If you need me to elaborate on what doing too much is,
Mm-mm.
oh, okay. Do you have one?
Uh, Chloe Bailey.
Chloe Bailey?
Chloe.
Okay.
Yeah, I love
Elaborate.
Chloe. I love Chloe, but she's struggling to find a lane or to find that thing that's going to pop her off. And very beautiful girl, very
Mhm.
beautiful girl. I'm gonna say that respectfully. Very beautiful. I love the work that she puts out, but in terms of the music and stuff like that, it's just a lot, and that hasn't locked in yet. And so it seems like distractions for everything else, and the talent is there. I think a lot of us are just like waiting for it to pop off. Like find that thing that's like yes, because we can all
Yeah,
see it there. That voice is there. The stuff she's done with her sister, but I think as a solo artist, she is struggling to find that thing to really lock into. And so it kind of comes off a little bit as doing too much. I don't want to sound like a hater, but
yeah.
it's more hope. Like she's one of the ones I'm like, come on, please,
That's
please, you got the potential, but
yeah, that's a fair point. And what's crazy is like the sisters are totally opposite. It seems like she found her lane.
she's I wouldn't say that necessarily. She's
You think?
chilled back a little bit, at least musically. Like her sister has
Mhm,
definitely done more with the acting thing.
mhm.
Musically, she's now trying to do some things, but Chloe's definitely been the one more on the forefront of this solo career, trying to get that popping off. And unfortunately, it's a byproduct of this era, just throwing things at the wall, trying to see something that sticks. But here we are, less than a year later, already know that the second album is about to drop, sometime soon. And that first project didn't really hang around too long, unfortunately. And that was, like I said, that was just last year. And so it's kind of like find
Yeah.
your lane. I want to see you succeed because I love the talent and the potential is there. I want that song that I get from Chloe that just makes me go like, yeah, that's in that pocket.
Yeah, I think a lot of times also, I think we want them to get it like when they first come out because she was in a group and now she's solo, so we expect her like, okay, you should have it. But sometimes I guess it don't work like that because I was a big fan of Tinashe and I
Mm,
thought like way back in the day before now I feel like she's finally getting her shine. She has this new song that's like a hit for her, that
yep, yep.
nasty. But man, you can ask all my friends, I was a big Tinashe supporter. And I was like, man, why isn't she big? And maybe she found whatever it is she found, and now it's like finally taking off her. So maybe that might
She's,
be cool.
she's probably still not even where we would like her to be honest. At least,
Yeah.
like there is a documentary to be made about artists from the 2010s, especially R&B artists, both sides, male and female, about all these ones who the potential was there, like the talent, the potential is there, but just for some reason, it's not all their fault, but just for some reason, never hit it, never hit that peak, never broke through like we were expecting, never became that mainstream name for the genre that kind of we were all hoping or looking for them to do. Like I said, and it's not all their fault. Half of it is simply just the dynamics of the scene now being different. But there is a documentary to be made about that because there are so many names like a Tinashe,
Mhm.
even how like a Luke James, people like that
Yeah.
who's like it's there,
Yeah.
but you never kind of reached that place we were kind of all hoping and expecting you to go to be that next wave of people to like, okay, yep, they're continuing it going in this mainstream sense that we're used to.
Yeah, it sucks. It gotta be frustrating. I know for the artists, man. Like you have all this talent. It's like, man, you getting overlooked because of stuff that's out of your control for the most part.
I feel like as millennials and other generations, we can kind of relate. Like, just quick sidestep here is, we're sitting here getting out of college, all the hope, potential in the world, and the economy changes, things go to shit. I feel
Yeah.
like it's got to be the same thing for them. Like, you grew up seeing success in one way and how the music scene interacted. Then all of a sudden, the entire industry shifts and changes, and now it's like, oh, whoa, the playbooks are different. Success
Mhm.
itself looks different. So I'm sure there's a lot of frustration on all parts. It's not just us as fans. I gotta believe, and I've even talked to some. You know, they are frustrated as well because it's like it's just not the same.
Yeah, yeah. I feel you. Okay. So this is a new question I I have. So describe your current relationship using an R&B song.
I'll give you two because one we talked about,
Okay.
and I want to bring something new. So this must be heaven. Brainstorm. Like I said, that's a classic one. That's where me and my wife are. But something more contemporary. Um, Pink Sweats and Tori Kelly. Their duet, Real Thing.
Mm,
That's where me and my wife are because we're next June makes 9 years for us, so it's at that part where it's like no, we're not on the new side anymore. We're not old heads in
mhm.
it either, but we're definitely like we're in it. We're in it
Yeah.
now, and so it's kind of like yeah, we're going for the long run, the real thing now. So yeah, it's those two. This must be heaven and Real Thing. Pink Sweats, Tori Kelly.
All right, congrats. Yeah, I like Pink Sweats. He's dope. That album was pretty good. With that song on there, that album was pretty good.
At this
Anyhow,
point, I'm just happy when somebody gives me one song off the project. So like when I heard, I was like,
yeah,
yep, I'm like, because that's
yeah,
really all I need now. It's like, unfortunately my standards are kind of lowering a little bit, but whenever it's like, just give me one, that I'm like, I want to put in my
yeah.
playlist or at least add to my library. That's like, yes, there's
Man,
something.
that's how you know it's bad when you're like, just give me one. I'll
It's
take
it,
1 out of 10. Yeah, that's crazy.
it,
Yeah.
that's I mean, unfortunately that's what it is now, and I don't know whether it's to blame like I don't know whether it's to blame it on my age because they say this whole thing like your real musical identity is for middle school and high school, which makes sense.
Mhm.
And so at some point, it's also like I enjoy music and I'm trying to keep up with it, but at the same time, I got other responsibilities and stuff like that now, and it's just like I can't sit with some of this stuff forever. And then it's also like I have all this stuff that I already enjoy, trying to make room for something else or to add something. That's like you got to stand out to me. You got to make me want to listen to it. And so yeah, just give me one. That's all I need. It's just one.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of bad R&B out. It's a lot of bad R&B. But I mean, it's some gems in there, but yeah, it's definitely different. Like I try to, I'm more of a 80s, 90s guy.
Mhm.
Like 80s would be my favorite era, but I try to listen to the new R&B too, but it is different. So,
It. I don't want to use the phrase because people are gonna take this the wrong way, but R&B is dead.
mhm,
Like the genre itself is not dead. Like I mean, the genre R&B as a
mhm.
genre is not dead. In fact, like there's more R&B being made now more than ever in history. We see it. There's too much. But in
Yeah,
terms of its impact and what it's been doing, it's dead as a doornail. And for those of us who kind of came up in some of these previous eras, it's like, yeah, it don't feel the same. It's not hitting the same. Like I said,
yeah,
it's not all on the artist. It's a messed up scene overall. But yeah, that 80s, 90s period, chef's
yeah,
kiss.
yeah. Like I said, the emotion is definitely gone. So that's the big part of it. When that emotion is not there, it's gonna sound different. So, you know,
You need it. Yeah, like in all music genres, you need some kind of emotion. But R&B is one of those ones you gotta have it more because it's at the end of the day, like a majority of R&B is going to be about love, whether it's bad love or good love. It's in that realm, and if I don't believe it, I that song like your song has to hit something, and it don't necessarily have to be in this authentic space either. I don't need to say be like, yep, that's my experience. I've gone through that note for note, beat for beat, whatever. No, it doesn't have to be like, but it just has to make me
yeah,
feel it. I remember one time I was doing a show and played Luther Vandross' "House Is Not a Home," and just remember one time, just sitting there, let's do it. Just I couldn't help it, but just started to cry because it's just like, oh god, god, good god, not even knowing
yeah.
heartbreak or anything like that yet. It's just like, yo, that's that feeling that you're looking for.
Yep. And then when I asked this question on my page the other day, name a song that make you emotional. It's no coincidence that most of the songs are like older, like the older R&B. It wasn't like no newer R&B songs.
Because
So,
I think part of it is judgment here. And as you mentioned, I have a podcast, is what I do. We talk between generations. Part of it is this new generation, they're trying to be too authentic. It has to be something I've lived, experienced. And no, there is beauty in a team of people coming together on a song. Like some of the best songs that we enjoy, yeah, that person probably ain't know a damn thing about that experience, but they were able to perform on it and bring something else to life. Hell, Usher's Confessions, we know that wasn't Usher's life. That was Jermaine Dupri's life. But
Yeah.
Usher, as the performer, is able to bring that stuff to life over the tracks, over the beats, and bring some of that stuff that as a performer you need to be like, yep, this is A1, this is top tier. I believe it, I feel it, and I want to enjoy it. So yeah.
Yep. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I got this. Two more questions for you. Okay.
Okay.
You can be any R&B singer in the world. Who would you be and why?
I'm gonna go Joe.
Mhm.
Joe's career has one like good lengthy career and has touched a variety of things. Like he's got the R&B slow jams, he's got the dirty mackin, he's got the I want to love on you, he's got the songs when you're trying to get busy. But then he's also got some bops. Like he got collabs with G Unit.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
like his ability to fit in a variety of lanes and styles and produce not just the same thing over and over again, but deliver a variety of different feelings in his R&B music. Like that's one I'd like to enjoy. Like he's not the biggest artist in the world, Like I feel like Joe could low key walk around the mall in the right place
Mhm.
and people not know who he is. Like I don't want
Yeah.
that Michael Jackson fame that I can't
Yeah.
live life, but
Yeah.
that fame where it's like, yeah, I can sing, I can enjoy this, I can do this, and then maybe even fade back a little bit just to enjoy some life. But yeah, that's impressive discography, good singing skills. Yeah, Joe would be the one.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Joe's cool. All right. So this is a question I just thought of this morning. So let me know if you
Okay.
have an answer for it. But if you can take any underrated singer out there and instantly make them a star, who would it be?
Ooh. And so we're kind of talking current, right?
Yeah. So or yeah, yeah. So like I think so. I'll answer first.
Okay.
I think somebody like Phil Perry, like I think he's so amazing
Hmm.
and he doesn't really get talked about enough, but the range that he has and I'm just currently like listening to Phil Perry, going back and listening.
Okay.
I don't understand how he wasn't as big as he should have been. I feel like he should be like a big star.
Part of it is one of those things. I think it's quality of his time. Like you look at his time, like, and that's why like when you talk about underrated, I think it's in the different eras, it's completely different thing. Like if you talk about somebody underrated from the 80s, late
Mhm,
70s, that's like I don't necessarily feel that they're underrated. But it's like when you're going against the likes of Michael Jackson, Madonna, like you're going against heavy hitters, people we view as all-time greats.
mhm.
Sometimes it's just simply it's like, yeah, that cream of the crop was really that cream of the crop. Yeah, if you came out today, you could be that man simply because the level of talent around you was a little lower. But back in that
Mm.
day, it's like that's cream.
That's
Like we
that's
are
a
the
fair
world.
point.
Like it's cream of the crop. I don't know what you expect to happen. But if I was to go today, um, there's an artist by the name of Shalea Frazier. She played in the Clark Sisters movie.
Okay.
Um, she is astounding, like incredible. So on the radar in a public eye, but definitely on the radar in the industry. Like she's got cosigns from Stevie, Quincy. You see, like she can cover a wide range of genres and talents. Like the girl is a beast. She's someone who I'm like, I wish more people knew about her. And
What was her name? Shalea?
Shalea,
Okay.
Shelea.
Okay.
There's not too, she doesn't have like a lot of stuff out there, but she, it's quality, and I wish more people knew about her. So yeah, that's who I'd put on.
Okay, yeah, Imma check her out. I don't know about her, so, yeah, Imma definitely
She's not
check her out.
straight R&B. She is one of those ones you can't really put in a box. Like I said, she'll tackle like jazz standards. She'll tackle some gospel. Like she does a lot. She's not strictly an R&B type. She got that old school Etta James,
Oh,
Natalie Cole, that real just I can command any mic in any type of music type of form.
wow.
which is hard to do in today's scene in terms because we like to put people in boxes. One of the reasons why she probably hasn't popped off because she's hard to put in a box. But yeah, Shalea Frazier, that's my girl. What up, Shalea?
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna check her out for sure. Okay, so now I want to play this segment that I do. It's called R&B ABCs.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, so for this, we're gonna start at A, and then we're gonna work our all. I want to see how far we can get down the alphabet with just naming R&B artists or R&B group.
Has anybody made it all the way through yet?
Nah, but the girl yesterday made it. She made it pretty far. She's
Okay.
like in the lead. Yeah. So,
Okay.
but usually it's pretty tough. So I'll give
Okay.
you. We're gonna start at A, and then I'm gonna count off maybe like 7 seconds in my head in between.
Good
So
number. Okay.
it's tough. All right. You ready?
Okay, let's go. Yeah, let's do this.
All right. A,
Aaliyah,
B,
Brandy,
C,
Commodores,
D,
Diana Ross,
E,
Elijah Kelly,
F,
oh Jesus Christ. High five. No. Damn it. I am sucking at this. F. Yeah, you might just have to damn it.
All right. Yeah. So F. I don't think you're in last place. You're not in last place, but yeah, you could have said Fantasia.
Oh, I'm disappointed. I am disappointed. Damn.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, I just be wanting to see how far people can go. You know, it's a lot harder when you're on the spot. So that's why I don't.
On the spot. It's like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That was cool. All right, now I want to get into this or that round. So
Okay.
this is the round where I give you a couple of options on the spot, and you just let me know which one you rocking with the most. And yeah, I'll ask you to elaborate on a few of them, and then we'll leave it like that.
Go.
Okay, so first, okay, D'Angelo or Maxwell?
Maxwell.
Maxwell.
The vibe is just a little bit more. I like a more mainstream leaning thing sometimes, and so Maxwell kind of fits that a little bit more. I have to be in the mood for D'Angelo's cuts and going deeper in D'Angelo than some of his singles. Yeah, Maxwell.
Okay. Anthony Hamilton or Raheem Devon?
Ooh. Anthony has come more timeless. Not that Raheem's not, but more of Anthony's stuff is more timeless than Raheem stuff. Some of Raheem stuff, like as much as I enjoyed it in the 2000s, it's like, oh my god, this is strictly 2000s, and I'll enjoy it when I'm in that throwback mood. But a lot more Anthony stuff kind of resonates longer with me than Raheem's did.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll go Raheem. I asked this question, but it's kind of like mixed. A lot of people, well, a few picked Anthony, but I think I'll go Raheem. I like his vibe. He's more R&B.
I can't hate on it. I can't hate either way. Like that's a tough one to answer.
Raheem's still putting out like quality projects, and he's another one that don't really get talked about enough. But yeah, I like Anthony too. But I think maybe it's because I didn't really listen to Anthony like that. Besides, what's that album? The Coming From Where I'm From. Yeah, that's kind of like that one, and I think the Point of It All album.
The Point of It All. That's the one. That's my Anthony Hamilton album right there. That one I have several singles or several tracks in the library. That's the one. Yeah. That does it for me.
But you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with either. Okay.
Yeah.
I got one more. Okay. The Isley Brothers or the Whispers? Which one you like?
Ooh. The Isley Brothers have a better, more mainstream, more present catalog. More people know their music. But my father was a huge Whispers fan. So whenever I hear Whispers music, that just always brings him to mind. So I think I'm gonna go Whispers here, just because of that connection. Like it's Isley's. If I'm just going straight music, Isley's probably have it. But the Whispers and some of that emotional connection with my father and just memories, yeah, I'm gonna go Whispers.
Okay,
Plus,
fair
they
enough.
got better memes. Their memes are, you can't hate on some of the memes of their music videos online.
Yeah,
So yeah, we'll go Whispers.
yeah. Okay, yeah, fair enough. I'm curious to see what people say on that one because I'm like I said, the Whispers. I don't really know too much about their catalog, but when I made up that question this morning. I was like, okay, who can the Isleys? Who would be like kind of like a good matchup? And I
That's a
thought of
good one.
that.
I was thinking you might go Earth, Wind, and Fire there.
Yeah, so the
Go with
reason
the
why I didn't do
Islands.
that because they did the verses, and I'm like, I don't want to do the same matchups that
Right.
we've pretty much had. So I try to like think outside the box. But
No, no, no,
okay,
no, no. Solid right there. Like I said, Isley's definitely catalog wise. Yeah, no, they're taking it. That's a personal, memories, experiences, connection with my pops. That's just like, yeah. So he was the Whispers is one of his groups. It's like, yeah, it's them, Earth, Wind, and Fire, the Temptations. Like that is my pops, and so
yeah.
that's why that stands out.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so yeah, I think that's all the questions I got for you. And I want to thank you for being on the show. I appreciate you, just reaching out. And I think it's a good episode. Before I let you go, I want to give you the opportunity to promote whatever you want to promote, say whatever you want to say. The floor is yours.
Disappointed over that F. Ooh, I got stopped by an F. Man, ooh, damn. Anyways, J Clark 787, all social medias, Twitter or X, IG, TikTok. Like I said, he mentioned I do a show with a younger brother, Gen Z. We call it YZ The Divide. It's really just a conversation between generations, where we do talk a lot of music simply because that's a good battle point on who believes what, who thinks what. So check that out, YZ The Divide on YouTube. It's also on TikTok. And yeah, man, thanks for having me on. It was a pleasure. Always good to talk R&B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. His podcast is dope. Make sure y'all check it out. Like I said, I like your whole setup y'all got and like how you like do the clips and stuff. So just definitely keep going with that. I know it could be tough starting out. You're like, man, I don't got the views or the followers, whatever, but you got the
Man,
structure in place.
as
So
somebody who did this professionally, it's
mm,
trying to do it on your own is a completely different thing.
yeah,
I'm not looking for success with it necessarily. It's simply because I like to talk with people and enjoy
yeah,
conversations. Like, yeah, we might, we're two different generations. People talk that Gen Z and millennials got beef. We don't see eye to eye. So yeah, we see where we don't see eye to eye, and we see where we do see eye to eye. And it kind of gives me that old head chance. Let me explain to you how life used to really be back in our day, or why we feel some of these things that y'all just don't get the insight on. And so yeah, if it
nah,
blows up, it blows up. We'll take it. But yeah, it's for fun. I like doing it. I like talking with people.
yeah, and that's an important thing. Like I said, I started this page just for fun. I didn't even think I was gonna get into doing like original content and stuff. So yeah, I like that you guys have that dynamic. You're a little older. How old is he?
He's 22. He just turned
22.
22.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's a good 15-year difference. And so like
And I think it's different.
because what's crazy is he was born post 9/11. So it's kind of like this weird dynamic of like,
Mm,
yo, bro, all you know is a post 9/11 world. And it, like I said, we talk about music a lot, but we talk about a lot of things: culture, sports, movies, all, whatever. But it's
yeah.
it's interesting. It's also interesting from my perspective to get to really have a conversation that's not just strictly judging, like you don't know nothing. You don't know. It's a good insight chance. Okay, this is how y'all seeing and experiencing the world and how things have really changed. And one of those things happens to music. It's like, okay, yeah, this is how y'all consume it. I'm not gonna hate
Yeah.
on you. That's what y'all love. That's what y'all love. Okay, have at it. I'm not here to disparage nobody or hate on it. My
Yeah,
opinions and my opinions. Enjoy what you enjoy. That's my thing about life. Enjoy what you enjoy.
for sure. All right. So with that, we're gonna end it. This is how I end it. I do my special Wizzy Wow send off. So it's a tradition. So after I end it with my Wizzy Wow, I'm gonna need you to end it with your Wizzy Wow, incorporate it however you want to incorporate it, and then we just
Okay.
gonna end it like that. All
All
right.
right.
So this is Sojourners for Life. It's been another episode of Love and R&B. Wizzy Wow. That's your turn.
Jay Clark. That Wizzy Wow. Wizzy Wow.
Wizzy Wow. All right.